Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins of interest. And today we're going to be taking a look at METAPETS, right? This is a project that we flagged. We've got our magnifying glasses out. We are checking each and everything that is happening within this project. So just ensure that you subscribe to the channel if you want to stay informed in everything that is happening with METAPETS. So let's jump in and check the price for today. So we see the graph is not looking good at all. Of course, a lot would say, the overall market is not looking good. But guess what? Even when Bitcoin was bullish, if you go on Bitcoin, we can go on the 1 month, right? We do see here on the 1 month that we had this bullish momentum in terms of Bitcoin. But if you go on METAPETS, we go on the 1 month, the price has just been constantly going down, right? And we see that this trend is continuing, right? At this stage, we might be adding back another zero. We might be going on 10 zeros, right? So if we go and check here the trading volume for the last 24 hours, we do see 75,700. Like that's a 17% drop. We are under that 100,000 in terms of trading volume, right? Market cap at 11 million, a far cry from what we saw a couple of weeks ago. So definitely, this is definitely a worrying project. And one of the major reasons why the price is dropping right now is because of development of the roadmap, right? And simple things, for example, the website. Right, today there is an AMA that is going to, the CEO is an AMA. I don't know if he's got some news in terms of the website. If we just do a refresh, you can clearly see we still do not have a simple website, right? Guys, this is a big one. We talk about this almost every day, right? Because I think this is one of they are going into the Guinness Book of Record right now, METAPETS, right? A project with about 100,000 investors, millions of dollars that have been put in this project, and they cannot just get a simple website up because they say that the CEO said the website is going to be like an amusement park when it's done. So you have to be patient. Guess what? Investors are not there for an amusement park website. They just want a website that is going to clearly communicate the roadmap so that we can evaluate and see what we can expect in terms of capital gains of our investments, right? And by the way, for those that wonder, I am not invested into METAPETS. I am not, right? I cover METAPETS same as I cover some other coins. Some coins I cover, I'm invested in them. Some I'm not. For METAPETS, I am not, and the reasons are quite obvious, right? So we do see here there is absolutely no website in terms of this crypto, and this is one major contributor to the price going down, because the CEO was hoping that if Bitcoin is going to recover, then we are also going to. But guess what? Bitcoin had some bullish momentum right here. It did hit that price of 45,000, right? We saw it, but absolutely nothing happened with METAPETS, right? Because you cannot just sit and wait for Bitcoin's price to go up. Guess what? Investors are wising up to your project and they're coming in, they're checking, and they're seeing there's absolutely nothing. You can't even deliver a website, right? It's taking forever. And when AMA comes out, the last one, talking about the project is not in my control, that does not instill investor confidence. It's not in my control. I've done what I can. Now the team has to do. Well, it's quite clear that the team that you're working in, they are quite slow in delivering, right? If that's the case, maybe you need to fire and hire new people, right? Who are going to be able to deliver, because you are answerable to investors. You see, that's the disadvantage in crypto. You just set up a crypto project and then you call yourself a CEO. You're not accountable to a board of directors. You're just accountable directly to the investors. And if the investors are unhappy, they are going to be coming on CoinMarketCap. They're going to be voting you bad. You see, 67% have voted bad on METAPETS, right? These are not fathers, because if you look, the reasoning coming out of the CEO is a lot of people are against us as the fathers and all that. No, you need to just look into yourself. What have you been doing? You don't even have a website. What do you think is going to do to your price? Right? What do you know? A website change. I've seen some projects where they just did an abrupt website update, right? And people just visited the website. They saw that the website was down for 2-3 hours. It happened with Shibnobi, like a couple of months. They did an uplift on their website for like, the website was not even down for an hour, right? The price came crashing right down because people were just panicking. And then when the tweet went out, no, we're just doing a website upgrade, that's all, then the price recovered. But for METAPETS, you don't have a website for weeks on end, right? What do you think is going to do to your price? Are you going to blame the fathers, right? Are you going to say people are flooding against METAPETS? That's why the price is like this. That's why we are experiencing all these hardships. No, No. I think you are fighting against your own project by not having a simple website that explains exactly what the project is about and when the pet in the metaverse is going to be developed. And something else that I wanted to talk about in terms of this whole MetaPets, pets in the metaverse, right, that we see, the promise that is coming out is, I think at this stage, it's quite clear, especially these promises of the VR headset. It makes no sense at all for MetaPets to be developing its own VR, right? And I think when you've come to a stage like this, you need to come and acknowledge that maybe you beat a little bit too much than you can chew, right? So come out and scrap this whole idea of the VR headset, right? Come out and say we are just going to have one cat, one dog, one cat, one dog for the start, right? One breed, everyone will have the same cat, the same dog. For a start, we are going to launch with that, and then we are going to develop from that, right? And then you give clear timelines as to when those pets are going to be available. And then once you have delivered that, then you can start to expand to multiple different types of breeds, multiple different types of cats. But this thing of start going off right off the bat and expecting and promising investors that you're going to be having different types of cats and different types of dogs, all the different breeds with their characteristics and everything. You're going to even there's even a cow. You can have a cow and you can milk the cow and sell the milk. That's the promise right now. Do you see that? I think there needs to be a shift. I think there needs to be a going back to the drawing board and coming out to the investors and say we are sorry. Things are taking a lot of time. Yes, we have seen, and I think that we overestimated what we can do, right? A page in the metaverse, is it possible? Yes, it is possible with some proper organization. But right now we see all that is lacking because just a simple website is like taking forever, right? So when are you going to deliver the page in the metaverse? I think you need to come right down and say, let's start with one cat, one dog, right? We should be accessible to everyone and try to make that accountable to VR headsets that are already out there in the market, right? Is it augmented reality, virtual or virtual reality? Augmented reality is better because virtual reality you have to build a total a brand new world that you immerse yourself in. But augmented reality, you're merging the physical surroundings of the user as well with the virtual surroundings. So it's not as intensive in terms of development. So I think that needs to happen. You need to just come out and acknowledge that, you know what, we beat more than we can chew. We're going to have one dog, one cat to start with. We will expand from there. But we want to put out a product so that people can actually see what we're all about, right? Because this whole thing of a lot of people want to copy us and all that, like there are always going to be people copying other people, right? There are always going to be counterfeit projects and all that. But if you are original, you have stayed on the path and you're organized, you know what, you will be way ahead of everybody else, right? And if other people copy you and they do way better than you, guess what? Maybe you're not the right people to develop that idea. You just had the idea. Just because you've got an idea, it doesn't mean you're the best person to deliver it. Like, that's the fact of our business most of the cases, right? So this is something that I thought that I should talk about. Just let me know, what do you think down there in the comment section, right? So I'm waiting to see what the CEO has to say today in terms of the AMA. Is there going to be a solid update in terms of the pet in the metaverse? This website I thought would have been done by with it a long time ago, right? But until today, we are still waiting for a website, right? We are still waiting for a web, and I'm not even invested into MetaPets, and I'm going to keep talking about MetaPets, right? Because this is an interesting case study of a project that promised the moon, but it can't even deliver a website, right? So we're going to be waiting on that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.